Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has canceled parts of the August recess and is telling fellow senators to plan accordingly. CBS News chief congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes is at the White House. Hey, Nancy, what exactly led to McConnell's decision?
Well, Rena, this is something that had been brewing for some time. He was under pressure from a number of Republican senators to do this. And so as he headed into his weekly lunch with Republican senators, the announcement went out that he was going to be canceling most of this 5-week August recess, that the Senate, Democrats and Republicans, would be staying here to work. And he made it clear that this is, as he puts it, the Democrats' fault. He says the Democrats have been obstructionists. They've been dragging out votes on conservative judges all year, and he says that that is why this needs to happen. He put out a long list of all the things that he wants the Senate to tackle during that recess: National Defense Authorization Act, water infrastructure, the Farm Bill, opioid bills. What this means in practical terms for all those senators, about a third of the Senate, Rena, who are up for re-election, is that they're going to have to spend time here on Capitol Hill that they were hoping to spend back in their home states campaigning for re-election. And what's really behind this? Two big things. Number one, there were a number of Republican senators who were saying, look, we really haven't gotten all that much done the first half of this year. We're going back. We don't have a lot to campaign on. Why are we leaving town for 5 weeks when we could be confirming more judges, passing some of these other GOP priorities? Number two, the GOP, the one thing it really has gotten done this year is confirming these judges, and that party could be coming to an end come the end of this year if Democrats manage to take back the Senate. They are only one seat away. And so it was a realization on the part of Republican leadership that if they let those 5 weeks go to waste when they could be confirming a handful of judges, they might regret it if Democrats are victorious come November.
Interesting to hear you say they're looking for more wins on the scoreboard, part of the reasoning to come back in August. Nancy, I also want to ask you about those comments that the president made about historic obstruction. Any reaction? I know you're there on Capitol Hill from Senator Schumer or other Democrats.
Yes, Democrats are saying that it is ridiculous for the president or for any Republican to accuse them of obstruction. After all, they point out it was the Republican leader, Mitch McConnell, who blocked President Obama's pick for Supreme Court Merrick Garland for nearly a year before President Trump eventually won the presidency. And now we've got a Republican, or a conservative rather, on the Supreme Court instead. This is the same game, Democrats say, that Republican played when they controlled the White House, dragging out liberal justices at that point and trying to prevent Democrats from notching too many wins. So this is something that both parties do. And I'll tell you, Rena, although it sounds pretty dramatic right now for McConnell to say I'm canceling recess, he has a lot of control over that schedule. And come August, he could do a lot of things to make sure that his senators actually have a lot of time in their home states to campaign. He could say, well, okay, we're in session, but we'll only be here, let's say, Tuesday and Wednesday, and you can go back to your home states the rest of the time. A lot of things he could do to make sure that they can confirm a few more judges, but campaign as well.
Chief Capitol Hill correspondent Nancy Cordes. Nancy, thank you so much for joining us.